Short landing pages convert better, right? Well, today we're looking at one of the longest landing pages that I have ever seen. It is so long that I didn't even get to the bottom of it by the end of this video. And it seems to be bringing in quite a lot of conversions. It's the Flux Webflow Masterclass course page, and it is a banger. Now, today, again, I'm joined by Haines. Corey was previously head of growth at Metrics, but is now running a brilliant marketing community online. It's called Swipe Files, and you should definitely take a look. I'll link to it in the description in the post. So join us. We're just going to dive right in. Let's go. All right. We're doing a third one of these, Corey.
It's a third.
Good to be reviewing another landing page. What are we doing this time?
Yeah, so this time we're looking at a much more copy forward and extensive, very long landing page, which is the Webflow Masterclass by Flux Academy. So Ran, that's his face right there. Really nice guy. Also, if you didn't know, the Webflow Masterclass is a fantastic course and one of the most successful courses on Teachable. So he's done... the reason why I picked this too is because I knew like this works very, very, very well. So let's look at some of the things that work about it. And one of the things that stood out to me right away was one, there's a very friendly face that greets you. It's obviously a very unique design, even with the colors, purple and green and white. You don't see that often anywhere, right? So it looks very kind of bespoke, right? But I thought it was interesting, you see like the Webflow Masterclass, and then it's really just a headline. There's no subheadline, there's no paragraph, there's no kind of descriptor. It just focuses on what people want to do, the end result, kind of the desired outcome, which is to build pixel perfect, high value websites in a matter of hours without coding, which is just like this really compact value proposition all in one headline, which I love.
Yeah, I think actually, you know what? I knew this was called the Webflow Masterclass as a website, and I still missed that the title of the thing because I was focused on the value. Actually, the thing that struck me was just the picture of him right away because he looks like every designer I've ever worked with, and I was like, okay, cool, I get it instantly. Again, it's just about identification. And I think so much of landing pages and landing page design in general, and hey, actually just growth work is just about identification and
100%
belonging. I really appreciated that page just for the hero alone. And then I scrolled.
Yeah.
Should we scroll?
Let's do it. Yeah. Cause we'll get back to this kind of self-identification and stuff like that. But this is a ginormous, like you can't not read this, right? You're kind of like even straining to to move your head just to be able to read across the screen. But you're ready to take your web design business to the next level. So again, this kind of gets back to like, what kind of person is this catering to? Well, this is catering to, again, a solution aware audience where people already know that they're kind of like, they're struggling with their web design business, either on the design side or on the business side. And they want to find something that fixes it, right? Take it to the next level. You're ready, right? In other words, he's already saying like, this is for you if you're ready to take your web design business to the next level.
Yeah, I scrolled down and I thought, okay, again, I'm feeling this feeling of like, this is potentially for me in a different age, in a different time of my life, I would have jumped at this. And yeah. You know what what did it for me was the massive type, but also weirdly the page background. I saw the grid and I thought, I remember building websites like in 2010, having done magazine design and thinking like, I just want to do that on a screen.
Yeah.
And I felt the frustration of having to like build layouts with CSS and HTML or whatever it was, and I saw that and it just brought back that feeling of like almost anxiety for me. And then he's offering me, he's saying, we can take it to the next level. Woo! Right.
Like, tell me more. Yeah. And I look at it and I immediately know like, oh, this is not for me. Cool. Bounce. Obviously I'm a marketer, so I'm intrigued and I'm like, ooh, tell me more. So when you scroll down, you'll notice that he really kind of just agitates the pain, and he finds kind of these old pain points, and then just like sticks his finger in there. He says, you know, you hear about web designers charging big bucks, but that's not you, right? You longingly scroll through awards, the site for cool website design. Your passion is wearing off. You're tired. What's the alternative? Like, he's just basically saying all the things that are in struggling web designers' heads,
Mm.
or maybe that they're telling other people. But like, this is very much, again, like, if you're experiencing these things, this is for you. But he's
Yeah.
also really now presenting the case for the course eventually by building this foundation of, hey, things are not going well. We need to fix this.
I have two questions about this copy in particular. And the first one that I have is, do you know if this is his first iteration of or his first public one?
Unfortunately, I have no idea. I know it's been out for a long time though, so it wouldn't surprise me either that this is brand new or that this has been around for years and years and hasn't changed a bit.
Yeah. And then the second question that I have is, who wrote this? Did he write this himself?
That's also a good question. I don't know. It would be a pleasant surprise if he did, given
Yeah.
his design background and maybe not copywriting background.
Yeah.
If he did, props to him because I think it's great copy.
Oh man, that's exactly the thought there is. Firstly, if he knocked it out of the park on his first go as a designer first, like wow, he definitely deserves the big bucks because
Yeah.
I I just think this is some of the best copy that I've read on a sales page. And of course, sales pages are a super specific genre of copywriting.
Yeah.
Long form sales pages are tough. We just tested
Hmm.
one and it tanked our conversion so bad. Um,
Wow.
and I think so. We went from something like 10% conversion on one landing page, which was like short visual, to like a 3% conversion, and it was
Mm.
just like I was watching it and thinking, do we really have to wait for a sample to be
Yeah.
significant?
Wow.
And I just got so much respect for people who nail a sales page in this way.
Right. And one of the interesting parts, so yeah, if you keep scrolling down, you'll notice that the next section, uh, now he kind of introduces himself, right? So this is kind of coming back to the friendly face. And he says, "Yeah, I get it. I've been there." He's also saying, like, not only do I know what your pains are, but I've experienced them myself, which I think the problem with a lot of really copy heavy pages and where things turn a little bit sleazy usually is that it feels disingenuine or maybe a little bit mean or insincere. But I think because he introduces himself so quickly, but also says, "Hey, I'm writing this because I've been there and done that. Like, these were my problems," then it builds a lot of trust and credibility actually, and kind of removes any notion of sleaziness or pushiness or aggressiveness.
Yeah, definitely. He just looks friendly as well, doesn't he? That really
Yeah,
helps.
he's kind of goofy. He's friendly. He's smiling.
Yeah.
Um, and one of the other interesting parts about this that and you can keep scrolling down to the next kind of big type there, is that I wanted to point out was I think it also necessitates a long sales page because this digital product in particular is not only has to sell the value of the course, but it also has to sell the value of the tech and the tool that the course is on. And so you're essentially combining two sales pages into one. He's introducing the pain, he's introducing who he is. He's going to get to the course, but he's actually first introducing Webflow, and he's kind of building up the case for Webflow as the solution to the problems, and his course as kind of the bridge between the problem and the solution, which is Webflow.
Yeah, that's also a tough sell for people who've built a website and feel like they already know how to. I know a lot
Right.
of people who do this for a job, and I'm just like, man, your lives would be so much easier if you switched to building in Webflow. But they still see it as a drag and drop template builder, you know,
Right.
and it's tough. And so selling it, yeah, I can't imagine how rough that must be. Actually, I would say that potentially the next section as well is It's just it feels like he's got his finger in a wound for me,
Yep.
from my kind of past self. It's dumb, but I remember trying to build columns effectively in CSS as a kid, building websites and thinking this should be easy. And then, he's just gone, hey, meet Webflow. Okay, I don't like Webflow. Oh, but I really want columns. um,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's goofy again, but it's one of those things that I think will really resonate with people who've had to do this in the past in um, certain kind of a certain period of their career.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
you can see he has the social proof.
yeah,
He talks more about Webflow. It's a super long page, so I want to skip a little bit down.
yeah.
But he's building up the case for Webflow. He's talking about how it's helped him, how it's transformed his business. Um,
This is a good piece of social proof there,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, absolutely. Because he's selling the transformation, right? Which is really what a lot of people are after, especially with a digital product.
Mm,
You have to really show, hey, after this course, you'll be able to. Now he frames it kind of sneakily of
yeah.
since discovering Webflow, I've been able to, which again goes back to his credibility and be able to teach the course. But yeah, he's really selling the transformation here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really important. Um, uh, a bit of a learning curve also, I think.
It's a caveat.
I mean, yeah, you've used Webflow quite a lot, right?
Yep.
You presumably found that a bit of a learning curve also.
Oh yeah.
I made so many mistakes on my first Webflow site, and now that I know how to use it, it just feels like I can't believe I didn't do this sooner. But
Yeah.
yeah, you go first.
And even right here, so I think actually if you scroll down back to that section where he talks about the secret of Webflow, I'm sorry, I think it's up actually.
Up? Yeah.
Um,
Oh, this one.
it's so interesting because again, he talks about the learning curve, and then people maybe it depends. Some people maybe are brand new to Webflow. I bet you a lot of people are actually familiar with Webflow, like you said, and they've even given it a try. And
Mm.
so not only is he selling the course as, hey, here's how to use Webflow for your web design business, but also he's selling it as the secret to Webflow, right? Where like, hey, I have the magic key here. It's no, I'm not surprised that it was hard for you, but I know how to fix that for you.
Yeah.
And so again, kind of getting back to the value of the course being the bridge to Webflow, which is the solution, being able to build, facilitate that transformation.
Yeah, so important. So important. Especially as you said, going back to the original point, you're trying to sell two things, not
Yeah.
just your course, which is
Which
what,
is
how much
hard.
is that? That's like it's already like a good investment, I think.
Yeah.
Um, but oh, okay, that's not that much. Um, he could probably sell that for more, right? I'd be interested again to see the data on that, like how many people choose what and the conversion also.
Yeah. And that's actually an interesting point because when I first saw it, that $79 right there
Yeah,
really anchors you
yeah,
into thinking, oh, that's affordable. You sort of look at the fine text a little bit, right? And it says get started with 12 payments. And
yeah,
so you start doing the math and you think, okay, well, this is actually about $960, which is a premium grade course, right?
yeah.
And it says, or you can save $253. So then it brings
Mm,
it down to what about $700, still in the premium range there. But I do like the fact that he's anchoring to that $79 in
yeah.
12 payments,
On the
which is also much more friendly to his customer base as well.
right, and on the other hand, when you think about the kind of the end customer of this, they're already web designers. They're already doing a job, so there is a likelihood that they are thinking, "Hey, if I can make more money on this, all I need to do is cover $179 payment for the next 12 months, and
Right.
this is going to change my career," which is just such a powerful sales pitch, really, if I'm honest.
Much, much easier to justify.
Yeah, and do you know what? Again, you talk about anchoring and the small print. I read 253 that time, and I just thought, oh, it's going to cost me $253. Amazing. How am I like? How is that working? But again, it would get me to press and roll if I needed to right now. And yeah, I just think when you sent me this page, I was like, wow, this is really long. But as I scrolled, I just thought, I just believe it now.
Mm.
And yeah, and these examples and things, as you said, though,
I love this example because, and we can kind of probably wrap it up with this, but he repeats a lot of the same points later. He gets back into, what's in the course, the transformation.
yeah,
We've kind of gone through the bulk of the content, but with that section right there of here's what our students built, I
yeah,
love that because not only is it social proof of who's taken the course, but it's social proof of the transformation that the students got from the course. And so you
yeah.
can see, you know, when I saw this, I was like, wow, okay, well, if students are building this kind of stuff after taking the course, I want to build stuff like this. And so now I know that it's possible for me, right? It feels more attainable and realistic.
Definitely, definitely. I just can't believe we're only halfway through this page, by the
Oh, it's
way.
very long.
That's wild. There you go. Someone used the symbols from web. Oh.
Yep. Yep.
All right, that was good. Thanks, Corey.
You got it.
If you've been enjoying these videos, I'd totally love you to subscribe. It's the standard YouTube thing, but really it helps me to get these videos into your inbox whenever they go live. And there'll be lots more of them. So let me know who you'd like to hear from and what kind of topics you want me to cover, and I'd be happy to do that. All right, take care. Bye.